Shalom, I want to start by giving no praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The belongs post GMS and honesty, brothers doing the work and truth, war sincerity. There's a few more headlines. Saudi Arabia wants to kill the petrodollar, right? Economist and dollar threatened by 6 years of weakness, and Morgan Stanley, right? You know, those of you in the know, which brothers are supposed to be in the know that this economy is about to fall. You know, it's what do you call it? It's the dollar's done, the dollar's dead. When you got more headlines, more headlines basically leading you to that conclusion. So economists is basically saying that Saudi Arabia wants to kill the petrodollar. You could always question, how true that is, considering that Saudi Arabia is just a vassal state of the United States of America. But as you've been seeing, things are shaking up in the Middle East, man, because they bought S-400s from Russia, man. And the next day or the next day or the day after, they basically America sold them their Patriot missile system, whatever bullshit that America has, right? But it's all fiat money, and it's all designed to fail, right? So it says Investor P, this is what is fiat money. It's fiat money. It's currency that the government has declared to be legal tender. So it's literally money because the government says it's money. But it is not backed by a physical commodity, right? So, but then you look at the word dollar. A dollar's a weight, just like a pound. A pound is a weight. You get a pound of meat, a pound of potatoes, a pound of tomatoes, or whatever, what have you, right? So they were originally backed by something, but through Esau's wickedness and treachery, they're no longer backed by anything. Yeah, it says the value of fiat money is derived from the relationship between supply and demand, rather than the value of the material that the money is made of. Historically, most currencies were based on physical commodities such as gold or silver, but fiat money is based, here it is, solely on the faith and credit of the economy. Thus the name fiat, which says here, is broken down as it shall be, and the better one here is fiat noun 1630, authoritative sanction. So it's basically someone with power said, yeah, this is what it is. This is from Latin fiat, let it be done, let it be so. This is used in the opening of medieval Latin proclamations and commands as third person singular, present subjective of fieri, goes into other stuff. Basically, it's let it be done. It is money because the government has said it's money, right? But it's falling. It's falling. We'll get into that in a second. This is Leviticus 19:36. It's just balances, just weights, a just ephah and a just hin shall ye have. I am Yahweh, your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, right? And that's required, because when you do it, well, in fact, I was going off. I should have started in verse 35. It says, ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meat yard, in weight or in measure, just balances, just weights, just ephah, just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord, your power. I'm Yahweh, your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Basically going into how it's the most, what am I saying? Basically going into how when you're doing business, man, you ain't supposed to be, just what's what I'm looking for? Jinnlesing, bring out a word from like 2004. You basically ain't supposed to be scamming your brother. Or if you say it's 50 shekels, make sure it's 50 shekels. If you're saying it's this way, make sure it's that way. Right, if you're saying that it's 2 acres of land that you're selling the man, you make sure it's 2 acres of land. But Esau, this fiat money, is basically saying, which is why prices go up, prices change. But Esau's a genius, right? This is Proverbs 11 from the top. It says a false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. So it's an abomination. It's this fiat currency not backed by anything is an abomination, right? And while I'm here, it says Abram was rich, right? It says Genesis 13:2. It says, and Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. So this is real riches: cattle, silver, and gold, things of of value. And in fact, what you can someone you can look up, it's Voltaire, French philosopher, Voltair, which basically said all paper money eventually returns to its intrinsic value nothing, right? You know, that's a video in itself. You know, that's a hard quote, man. This is, you know, I forgot what I came across. I think it was on RT or something. This is James 5:3. Says your gold and your silver is cankered, right, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Basically saying, you know, your what you call it, your money don't mean shit, right? Let's look up at this word cankered here. To rust, corrode. The base is corroded, man. It mean gold and silver, man. It don't mean shit. That's what's happening to, what do you call it, to this dollar. This dollar doesn't mean shit anymore, right? This is Habakkuk 2:6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. And who's that talking about? It's Esau. Right, everything he has is not his. He's a thief. He's a thief by nature. That's who he is. And to him that ladeth himself of thick clay, and that's a mistranslation. It should say thick. We're basically great debts. You look at the U.S. debt clock, man. That shit just keeps spinning up and up and up and up. But like I said, I just wanted to share that with you. Go on some scriptures. That Lord's all you've been edified. I'm gonna say shalom.